game? What are your takeaways from that and moving forward into the open date?
Yeah, just finding ways instead of the game being 14-6, just a little bit of time in the third quarter, finding a way to take the next step and go grab victory. And that's the reality of it. We've talked a ton about it. This is a game of doing. We had a ton of opportunities against not a good but a great football team. So again, disappointed and frustrated in the outcome of the game. We've got to continue to build on the positives, and we got to fix the things that are keeping us from taking that next step.
Is it nice now, getting to sit down with Mike and analyze like a game, tape with him instead of just, talking about it through practice, like working through with him and watching the tape from that game? How much does that kind of, those reps and being able to analyze that, how much does that help his development?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to live it. The experience part of it, you can't buy it. You got to go live it. And that's something for Mike that is going to be huge moving forward, is creating great growth for him, understanding some of the good things that he did and then some of the things where we got a chance to play a lot cleaner. And he knows that, he understands that, and he's answered the bell in a great way.
And you talked about, some of the good things he did and whatnot. What specifically, is the next step for him when it comes to on the football field, whether it's mechanics wise and stuff like that?
It's just controlling the atmosphere, controlling the entire unit, every single snap. There's so much that goes into it, whether it's a formation, a motion, a cadence, whatever it is. Then you've got to go execute the plays. So all the things that we've got to do in a really clean way to give us a chance once we snap the ball, we got to be perfect in those areas, because post-snap there's going to be things that change every single week. And there's going to be physical things that we want back, but that's part of playing the game. But our pre-snap process has got to be perfect.
How would you kind of assess where you are recruiting-wise, and maybe what are your plans for recruiting the rest of the week?
Yeah, we feel like we're really in a pretty good spot from a recruiting standpoint. We got hopefully some positive things that are going to happen here sooner than later. We've got some great guys in the boat. For us, we're going to be out on the road on Thursday and Friday, going to see a bunch of our guys, a bunch of commits, and then some other position needs.
What's the schedule like for the team the rest of the week?
Yeah, we'll have another heavy practice tomorrow and get after it. We'll be full pads and have a great day. And then Thursday will be a great lift and meet and eat and find a way to make sure that we're doing a really good job of getting our legs back. Being fresh and being fast next Saturday in Athens is going to be absolutely critical. So talked a ton to the guys about, having great intent as we've been in the building yesterday and today, and making sure we're addressing the things we need to address to, again, take that next step and not go play close.
What is the next step for the offensive line, you think?
What is the next step for the offensive line?
Keep progressing.
Yeah, for them it is, we talked about it in the team meeting this morning, finding ways to finish in better body positions. Again, we had the right people all day. We did some really good things, and then at times we were inconsistent in just how we played fundamentally, and being able to finish on a couple of things. They're truly game-changing plays, and that's the stress of it. At 2nd and 4, we gained 4 yards where you got an opportunity to gain 40 yards, and you don't because of a body position that I finished in. So stressing those things and understanding how critical they are and being on the right side and the wrong side.
Your thoughts on Jakari got his first start and he played pretty well and impacted defense and special teams, and how is he feeling? So he heard a little bit late. How is he feeling?
Yeah, he's feeling good. He had a good day today, but proud of him for just staying the course. Jakari's going to be a great player for us. He's a young player that hadn't played a ton of ball, but a guy that this guy plays the game the way you want it played. He's got to continue to dial into the detail, but a young man that's going to have a great career here.
After the Florida game, you had mentioned that the record isn't what you wanted it to be and what you had envisioned, but you also just mentioned how your recruiting's in a good spot. Do you think your start to the season at all has had any negative impact on recruiting, and how has it kind of impacted it at all?
I mean, we're trying to do everything we can to make sure that the guys that we are recruiting understand what's going on in the building, with the belief and the buy-in and the energy and the culture that has been created and is going to continue as we're in the building. Again, the results have not been anything, one, that we expected, or two, that we want. But I think from a relationship standpoint, a connection standpoint, the guys that we're recruiting understand that there is a realness inside our building that people are going to want to be a part of.
Expanding on Jacob's question about the offensive line, you seem very satisfied with both lines of scrimmage coming out of Saturday. Was that an area you saw just improve for everyone?
Yeah, really, again, in the D-line for the first 3 quarters of the game, we played our butt off, played really, really good. We played incredible defense for the first 3 quarters of the game, good enough defense to go win the game. There's no doubt about it. Wanted to clean some things up there on the last defensive drive for Texas, obviously, and so what I am is I'm proud of the guys for staying the course and continuing to get better. I thought we saw improvement. And again, we've got to build off the things that have been good, but we've got to take the next step, and that's what we're fighting to do.
Can you talk about Nick's punting, and has he been consistent and is
Nick's
making a difference that you want him to?
Yeah, Nick's been great. He really has. He's done a heck of a job for us. Proud of him for doing what he's doing, and don't want to have to use him as much, but he's done a great job.
Got time for just a few more.
Johnny Daniels is a real tough runner and just really found ways to hit some holes in that game on Saturday. What are you seeing out of him, and where can he continue to grow into your lead back?
Yeah, he's just gotten better and better, and Johnny's a guy, again, that the more reps he's gotten in practice, the more reps he's gotten in games, you've seen him have production. And it's a guy that does. He's got really good balance. He's got really good vision, and a guy that I think's got a chance to hit his stride here on the back half of the season.
What specific kind of goals do you have, like, on this open week? Like, is there anything overall specifically that you're really trying to tackle and eager to get to with this group?
We talked about it in the team meeting, being very, again, intentional on what we're doing on the practice field and making sure that we're maximizing our time. I'm going to leave that to what went on in the team meeting and some of the things that we talked about, but our guys know that there's a real plan and what we're trying to get done over the next 2 days to be at our best next Saturday.
5 games into the season now, you guys are over the limit. You've got some guys right at the limit. Are the redshirting decisions being made right now?
Yeah, it's very fluid as we continue to talk through it, and every situation's a little different.
We saw DeMonte Russell go down with an injury in the Texas game. Do you have an update on him?
I don't. Won't really talk much about any of the injury stuff until we put the report out.